Hi class, so I wanted to make a quick review video for the practice quiz that we were supposed to turn in for yesterday. And again, this is the calculation part of acids and bases. So of course, we want to start off with how can we determine an acid and a base, right? So an acid and a base, one donates and another one accepts that hydrogen ion. So what you see here is an acid donates, A is for acid, and a base is the one that accepts that hydrogen ion. So it's going to end up with more. We use a very easy process. So we have one hydrogen. Here we have 3 hydrogens. Here we have 0 hydrogens. And here we have 4 hydrogens. So which one donated, which one has less, and which one gained, right? So 1 hydrogen to 0 hydrogens. HBr is acting as our acid. So HBr is acting as our acid. That would be our answer for this one. And NH3 goes from 3 to 4, so it accepted a hydrogen ion. So this one is acting as our base. This will be our answer for our next question. Which one is acting like a base? And again, we go from 3 hydrogens to 4 hydrogens, so it accepted that hydrogen ion. So this is acting as our base. So again, very simple, very easy way to gain points. The next one, the pOH of a solution is 8. Which of the following is correct? The main formula that you need to remember is that pH plus pOH equals 14. From there, you can solve for everything else. So we know our pOH is 8. It has a very close relationship with OH. It's just its exponent, so 1 times 10 to the negative 8. And from here, pH plus 8 equals 14. So what number plus 8 equals 14? That is 6. Only the pH can tell you if you have an acid or a base. The pH is less than 7, so I'm dealing with an acid. And the concentration of hydrogen ions is just using that pH as an exponent, so 1 times 10 to the negative 6. If you add your exponents, you'll also get 14, negative 14 to the power, right? So this one, very easy, just check your work. You're dealing with an acid. So you can cross out the other ones, and then you look at your answer choices. Concentration of H, yeah, this would give me a pH of 6. That looks correct. This one does not look correct. My concentration is not, I'm sorry. This one does not look correct because my concentration of hydrogen ions is negative 6. That would mean my pH would be 8, and it would be basic. So for this one, our answer is B. Again, just fill in the chart. Once you have one variable, you can find everything else. Now let's look at this one. Our concentration of hydrogen ions is 1 times 10 to the negative 11. So I already know my pH because it's the exponent. My pH is 11. That tells me that I have a base. So I'm working with a base, and then from there I can use pOH plus H, right? So 11 plus what number will give me 14? That is 3. So 1 times 10 to the negative 3 is my concentration of hydroxide. So all I have to do is cross out the ones that do not matter. My solution is basic. My concentration of H is to the negative 3. The pOH is not 11. My pOH is actually 3. So that's why C cannot be my answer. Again, use that little chart. Just find out everything. It'll make answering the questions easier. Our last one, our pH is 5. So I know if I'm dealing with a pH of 5, I'm dealing with an acid. So let me go back here, acid and acid. All it's asking me is to find the pOH. So I know 5 plus pOH will equal 14, right? So I know that my pOH is going to equal 9. So it is super easy to see that the answer for this one is C. The pH, again, it tells us in the question the pH is 5. My pH is not 9. That's why our answer cannot be B. Again, we're trying to work smarter, not harder. And our last example, they're starting us off from the very opposite end. Our OH is 1 times 10 to the negative 3. That exponent is my pOH. So I know my pOH is 3. And from there I can work. So pH plus 3 equals 14. I know my pH is going to be 11. I know that pH is a base. And from there, because I know my pH, I can put 1 times 10 to the negative 11. So I'm working with a base. My pH is 11. Yes, my pH is 11. My pOH is 3. So this one should have been 3. That's our answer is B. So again, your pH being 11 and being basic, that makes sense. A pH greater than 7 is going to be a base. So again, just read the questions, make the connection from pH to pOH. Remember, pH plus pOH is 14. And use that process of elimination, guys. Again, make sure to study. Good luck. You're going to do great, guys. Our exam is tomorrow, Wednesday. And I will see you in class. Bye, guys. Happy studying.